You awake, sweating and panting and wide-eyed and relieved. Unfortunately, the waking world holds worse truths than you ever dreamed. Welcome to Spooktoberfest. Hi, I'm Hawk. Welcome back to the educational half of Rum and Board. Let's learn how to play a game. Have you ever spent so long trying to fall asleep that you forget whether you've succeeded or not? Have you ever seen a door that shouldn't be there? Or a window that doesn't quite make sense? Perhaps you have what it takes to enter the Mad City and bend nightmares to your will. Or perhaps you'll be devoured by your own dreams. Don't Turn Your Back is a 2 to 4 player deck building worker placement game set in the same universe as Don't Rest Your Head. If you like Dominion or Agricola, this is a game you should check out. You and your fellow players will be competing for the favor of a powerful nightmare, the Wax King, who you hope will be able to free you from the Mad City. Mad City, bitch. Mad City, bitch. That's a song, right? The winner survives, while the losers become members of the Wax King's twisted menagerie of living wax. You'll have to balance using your cards to score points, to increase the strength of your deck, and to attack your fellow players. Set up. Each player chooses a color and takes the associated game mat, deck of cards, and pawn. You can pick from purple, orange, green, and a different green. Each color represents a different character. They're exactly the same gameplay-wise, so choose whichever one speaks to you the most. These characters are known as the Awake, chronic insomniacs with extra-human perception who are trapped in the Mad City. Will you be Damien, the guy with the sweet gun magically glued to his hand? Heather, Queen of Raves? You decide! Epic rap battles! Nope, that's not us. My bad. Unfold the city board and put it in the middle of the table. If you've played any board game ever, you can probably handle this. If you haven't played any board game ever, first of all, this was a bold choice for you. And second of all, I still believe in your ability to unfold this city board and put it in the middle of the table. There you go. Woo! Shuffle the law deck. Put the first admonishment card on top. Then place it in its slot on the city board. Put out the candle board and put all of the pawns on the start place. This is just a standard victory point scoring board. Victory points are called candles in this game because the Wax King likes candles. Surprise! A guy called the Wax King has a hard-on for wax. Each player separates all the cards they got into 2 piles. One with cards that have the word start on them, and the rest of the cards. The cards that say start on them form your favorite deck, aka where you draw your hand from. The other cards are your acquisition deck. Shuffle both of these. Lay out 6 cards from your acquisition deck, face up. You'll have the option to acquire these cards and add their power to your favorite deck. Finally, draw 4 cards from your favorite deck to form your starting hand. Whoever's been awake the longest gets the starting player card, and you're now ready to earn the Wax King's favor. What the hell is going on? The game is played in a series of turns, each of which consists of 4 phases. The first phase, in which players alternate playing cards, and 3 resolution phases that happen simultaneously for every player. In the first phase, players will play 1 card at a time into the Mad City, starting with the starting player and moving clockwise. Some regions are more contested than others, and each region only holds so many cards. You'll need to be quick, or all the slots you want to play in are going to be filled. Cards have different effects depending on which region they're in. We'll talk about the different regions of the Mad City in a minute. Once nobody wants to play any more cards, or all of the slots have been filled, you move on to the resolution phases. Resolve all the stuff that happened in each region, 1 region at a time. Then, every player decides what they'd like to keep from their unplayed cards and discards the rest. Finally, each player draws up to 4 cards. If you need to draw from your favorite deck and you have no cards left, shuffle your favorite discard pile, and that becomes your favorite deck. So you'll basically keep using the same favorite cards over and over again, just like real-world politicians. And that's the end of the turn. Rinse and repeat until you've reached the end of the game. Nightmares. Nightmares are the creepy denizens of the Mad City. Each nightmare is represented by a card. Actually, up to 4 cards, because every player's deck is exactly the same. The nightmares in your favorite deck owe you some favors, and you'll be able to cash in on these favors by encouraging them to perform nefarious deeds in various regions of the Mad City. Cards range from puny nightmares like Roof Rat to the truly terrifying lords of the Mad City, such as Mother Wen and the Wax King himself. Nightmare cards have a cost, a pain value, which is basically their strength, bigger is usually better, and each card also specifies which regions it can be played in. If cards can be played in the Bizarre Bazaar, they'll also have some text explaining their bizarre power. City regions. The City Slumbering. This is another name for the human world. Send a nightmare here to harvest some human dreams, and turn those dreams into sweet, sweet, bountiful cash. At the end of the turn, each player adds up all the pain they have in the City Slumbering, and can use that value to go shopping for new nightmare cards to add to their favorite deck. Whatever you buy from your acquisition card row goes into your favored discard pile. Immediately replace the card you just bought with another card from your acquisition deck. This new card is fair game. The Bizarre Bazaar. This is the city region where nightmares can truly be themselves, and express themselves in their own special ways. Every card that can be played in the Bizarre Bazaar has a special ability, which gets activated when the card is placed there. Some of these abilities may let you draw more cards, score more candles, become stronger in another region, or even attack your opponents. Attacks might cause your opponents to discard their cards, lose their candles, or remove an already played card from the game board. The High School. Battle your classmates for control of this creepy school. It's basically like any 90s high school movie. And just like in real life, the player who inflicts the most pain is the winner of this region. At the end of the turn, the winner gets 1 candle per pain they've put into the high school. Other players score 1 candle per card they control in the high school. It may take some nightmares multiple turns to graduate. The Wax Kingdom. You may sacrifice some of your loyal nightmares as tribute to the Wax King. The Wax King is aptly named. He has total control over everyone's earwax. What? No, Jordan, he doesn't. He will, however, happily entomb your nightmares in wax, and at the end of the game reward you for your generous donations. Entombed cards are removed from the game. Wax on nightmares, wax off victory. The Wax Kid. District 13, the true home of lawyers and MBAs. The current law in District 13 rewards or punishes you based on your participation in the district. The law will change every turn, sometimes dramatically, but always to the benefit of the lawyers. Florida. I don't think this one needs an explanation. Have you guys seen the news that comes out of Florida? F***ing terrifying. Game over. Once you've played the last turn, the Wax King rewards you based on how much your gifts throughout the game have pleased him. And, what else, gives you candles. Seriously, the guy f***ing loves candles. Not a fan of the old Thomas Edison, though. Not a fan. And that's it. Whoever has the most candles wins, and the Wax King helps them escape the Mad City. The remaining players are turned into Yankee Candles. Okay, whew! Hopefully that's given you a sense of how this game plays out. Unlike some other games, I fully encourage you to actually read the rulebook. Not only does it actually explain things pretty well, it's also seriously on point thematically. On fleek? Is that what kids are saying these days? Or is that only for eyebrows? There's some great flavor text in there, and it gives you an excellent sense of the greater world that's been built around this game. So that's Don't Turn Up Your Back, the game where if you aren't careful, your body parts turn into vegetables. That's not right. That's not right at all. So that's Don't Turn Your Back Ho, the game of chicken played with construction vehicles. Nope, still not that. So that's Don't Turn Your Back, the Dominion Agricola Neverwhere Goosebumps child? Really?
I think you wrote that one.
And that's what we're sticking with? Alright, it's the child. Check out our playthrough if you want to watch us get somnambulant playing it as a drinking game. But before you do, subscribe to us if you want to see more videos like this. Click the like button whether you like this video or not. And if you're feeling particularly dreamy, leave us a comment letting us know what game we should play next. I'll see you next time, but until then, play responsibly. But in this game, they have different hobbies. Ox Bellows, for example, who is this beautiful man, loves shiny objects to distraction. These hobbies have absolutely no impact in the game unless you choose to roleplay your character, which you should. Because who doesn't love shiny objects and football?